Hey everyone, Shaedow here, and welcome to another Marvel Contest of Champions video. So I'm kind of excited. I am about to get my 4th rank 5 champion. I am going to fully max him out. What I mean is that I'm going to take him up to rank 5, I'm going to awaken him, and I'm going to dump 200 Sig Stones into him. He will be my new profile picture. Starkey, you had a good run, son, but it's time for another to take your place. So, who will this be? It's going to be Captain America Infinity War, otherwise known as Beardo. So, I actually had a crystal opening recently, and I said to myself, if I pulled a Void, then I would wait and rank Void up. But if I didn't pull Void in that crystal opening, then Captain America Infinity War here was going to go up. And I didn't pull Void, therefore, pulling the trigger here. And there we go. He is now rank 4. Now, I have seen some awesome gameplay with him, and I'm just going to go ahead and so I can clear it out so it'll be a little bit faster. It's not like I need the gold or anything like that from selling them. All right, grab those two as well just to make space. Alright, but I have seen some really sick gameplay with him, and yeah, you see I have ISO expiring all the time, and look at that, tons of it. If I don't use it, it's gonna expire. But I love fighting with him. He is just awesome, and he has a lot of utility, and I have 3 rank 5s right now, and they're great, but I wanted somebody that gave me a little bit more utility. I didn't know when I got the 4-star version of him that he could reverse heal, because that's all part of his signature ability. With the right people on his team, he gains abilities. So if you just look at his synergies, you're not going to see it. And that's what I did. So I missed out on seeing some of the stuff that made a lot of people really love him. Everybody was telling me to go ahead and rank him up with no regrets. And I had one person in a line group say that he prefers him over Void. And as you can see, I have this rank up gem. It's been burning a hole in my pocket. And here we go. Boom. So now Captain America Infinity War has become my 4th rank 5 champion. So let's go ahead and use up this ISO here and get him all leveled up. And then we're not going to be done until we awaken him, because there's no way I was going to rank 5 someone and not awaken them. And his prestige is better than Void's. So for sure I was going to awaken him, and it just so happens that I have a Science Awakening gem. So if I do pull Void later, even in the very next crystal opening, I won't care. I'll be happy to get him, and I'll just wait. It'll just be a little bit longer before I can take him up to like rank 4. I'll take him to 3, no problem, and it might be a little longer before I can awaken him. But Act 6 is coming, so we don't know what we're going to get for finishing off Act 6. All right, let's I don't remember where I left off there. But we don't know what we're going to get for Act 6. So it may be very quickly, but I still don't have Void. Alright, there we go. Captain America Infinity War is maxed out. But not truly maxed out as far as I'm concerned. But we're about to rectify that in a moment. So let's look here real quick. I've already done a video on him, so I'm just letting you guys see all of this good stuff here. Use items. There's that lovely awakening gem there. Tap, tap. And he's now awakened. So let's go out and come back. And there you go. He is awakened. And let's take a look at his signature ability and why it's so good. Alright, so if you have a mutant on your team and the first line, the first bullet point tells you that he is excluded. So you know he's a science champion. So that science means that another science champion has to be on the team. He cannot count for himself, okay? So mutant, you can see mutant, skill, science, mystic, cosmic, and tech. Each of these classes, when they're on the team, and that's not a synergy, gives him extra. And the ones that I'm most interested in are the tech and the cosmic, because you know that I run with Starkey and Corvus. Those are my rank 5s, along with Blade, of course. But you'll see that he has a 40% chance to use any of these abilities. Well, let's look at pumping him up a little bit. And I have some in my overflow even for science. It was like they knew. All right, so let's use 2 of these +5s here. And let's take a look. Oh, that's right. A little bug. Let's go again. There we go. It's 11, and you see it's going up. So 41 from 40. Basically, we're going to pump all the rest of these into him here. It was a while before I realized you could do this. Just type in the number like this. Boom. Nice, quick, and easy. Of course, network. Yeah, we got it. When that comes back, we'll take a look and see how much that raised his percentages up. But I know when he hits 200, he has 100% chance, and that's what we want. Alright, so yeah, it's not letting me click on anything. I hope Kabam fixes this. Alright, so let's go out and go back in. Take a look. Alright, you see, so he's almost at 70%. Alright, so let me go into my overflow here. Claim. Let's get back to the champions. Get back to my maxed out champion. There you are. And I had 5, as you see, in my overflow. All right. And now we'll use the rest of these. I don't know why. It's habit that I do that. And I just said that it was a while before I realized that. Alright, so let's go ahead and put, whoops, not 170, 70. Alright, and that will max him out. And then we wait while the circle spins. Here we go, around the ring, around the ring. Okay, and there we go. And he should be my new profile champion at this point. All right, so let's take a look at him. Maxed out, and as I told you, 100% on all of these. All right, so what we're going to do for the rest of the video, I'm going to showcase a little gameplay of him in different situations so you can see why I really like him. All right, so stay tuned for that and enjoy. All right, so to close out the video, we have two fights. The first one is going to be against Red Hulk in uncollected mode, and you can see the buffs that we're going to have to deal with here. Now, that aggressive regeneration is key because we're going to showcase what Cap can do with a champion that regens a lot. So my basic strategy here is to let that regen just stack up pretty high. All right, so the first part of this is pretty boring. You'll notice that I fire off a light attack when he dashes back, and he'll hold block for a while. People call that the night crawler trick, but it works for everyone, and it gives you a little bit more time. Now right there, I got a little bit too cheeky, and I was trying to hit into his block to push him back, and I did too many hits, which allowed him to counter. But it's all good. Learn my lesson. All right, so I'm back to just letting that regen stack up. Now, Cap's signature ability, called Leadership, is what we are interested in here. And the one in particular is when he has a tech on the team, which he does. Every time he performs a well-timed block, he will place a Petrify debuff, 25%, on the opponent for 10 seconds. And these can stack. That Petrify debuff is the same Petrify that Void uses. But Void's Petrify is 50%, but it's capped at 2. And then it rolls into Fear of the Void, of course, and you can put more on them. But just look at this. All I have to do is parry. It's not RNG like Void. Look at his health. Do you see that? Insane. Okay? I love Captain America Infinity War. Do not regret ranking him up, even though it hasn't been that long. All right, so this last fight is in Realm of Legends against Juggernaut. Here, I'm just showcasing, his animations and also his specials. But here, I want you to notice that he can nullify Juggernaut's Unstoppable as long as he has enough of his charges. All right, so that kinetic potential, he's got to have enough kinetic charges, at least one, in order to nullify that Unstoppable. And I think one time in here, I ran out of charges, didn't notice, tried to remove the Unstoppable and got hit right in the face. All right, so while this is going, I will talk to you a little bit about his leadership and some of the other utility that he has. So one of them, if he has a mutant on the team, he has a 100% chance because I have maxed him to 200. So it's 100% chance all the time. Now, if I didn't have him maxed out SIG, then it's a percentage, so you have a chance for it to not apply. But if he has a mutant on the team, he will, when he triggers a special attack, he'll gain +1 kinetic potential. So every time I throw a special, I get a kinetic potential. All right? If I have a skill champion on the team, then anytime a debuff is gained, you can consume 1 kinetic potential to purify it. So as long as he has some of those kinetic charges and he has a skill on the team, then he can somewhat be debuff immune, or he'll shrug off the debuff. That is very nice. If he has a science on the team, anytime he places, or does a well-timed block, parry, he'll place a 10% weakness debuff on his opponent. And if he has a mystic on the team, he'll gain 1 kinetic potential every time a buff expires or is nullified on the opponent. So that means if he has to nullify, say, an unstoppable, he'll gain a kinetic potential. And that's if he has a mystic on the team. Cosmic, if he has a cosmic champion on the team, then he places an armor break debuff on the opponent every time he does a parry. And finally, Tech, which you saw when he fought Red Hulk, he'll place a 25% petrified debuff when he parries. So that's going to do it, guys. Click like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you thought about this video. Are you as impressed as I am with Captain America Infinity War? You guys have a blessed day.